Let's do a quick review of Syncee. And it's really important to understand that when Syncee is kind of cool for dropshipping, but the big question is, does it have global suppliers? So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So I first want to define what Syncee is so everybody's on the same page. So Syncee is basically a global B2B dropshipping platform that allows dropshippers to easily source, manage, and sell products from suppliers all over the world. So we're speaking about global B2B, business to business. Okay, so Alibaba, Mailer, Matterhorn, and others are just a few of the global suppliers that you can access through Syncee. And so with its the thing is that what we love about Syncee is that they carefully vet their suppliers. So basically you have a large selection of products and fast shipping times. And so Syncee is really aiming to solve the major problems that dropshippers have. In other words, what you want to have access to a good selection of products. You want to have profitable products. You want to have products that can sell fast, that can ship really fast too. Okay, we're speaking about making sure that you don't have slow shipping times and that you don't have bad quality products. So in our view, the biggest selling points of Syncee are a large selection of over 6 to 10 million products. You have fast delivery with suppliers in different continents like the US, Europe, Australia, and Canada. And you also have automated and bulk product uploads and easy order data synchronizations. This is kind of cool. We also love the fact that with Syncee, we have integrations with all of the top e-commerce platforms. We're speaking about Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and so on and so forth. And Syncee products are categorized into more than 400 different categories, making it easy to find what you're looking for. So this is really fantastic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here to have a quick convo with you about the Syncee. And one thing I want to say here is that when we speak about Syncee, I want you to really think about Syncee. I want you to think about a platform that connects directly to all the major e-commerce platforms and helps dropshippers find the best products they can deliver real fast. So it is a very efficient platform, and we love the fact that Syncee will get the job done for you ASAP. They're really fast too, and their customer service is just fantastic, really fantastic. Let me talk to you about the pros and cons of Syncee. I first want to talk about the pros. So when you think about Syncee, I want you to think about a large marketplace of products and suppliers. That's just fantastic. That's what Syncee really is. That's where their forte really is, okay? You will search for the products and suppliers from B2B suppliers worldwide, and where you also have the chance to integrate Syncee with Alibaba. And Syncee's marketplace is divided into 3 main categories. You have search products, find suppliers, and search products from Alibaba. So depending on your need, you should start with with one of those. If you're not sure which one you want to go, it's fine. It's totally up to you. But in terms of a searching products page, you actually have a lot of things. You have a lot of product categories here, from fashion, furniture, all the way to food and drink, mother and kids, gift and gadgets, so on and so forth. Okay. You also have you can search Alibaba's products. Here you have also the ability to look at the supplier info. You can add products to catalog. You have shipping info, so on and so forth. This is just fantastic. You also have the ability to find supplier. You have a find suppliers page. You have Alibaba search products and integration page. This is really good. And one thing we also love about Syncee is that you have high quality suppliers. Okay, high quality suppliers. We're speaking about B2B, so high quality suppliers. And by the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. This is a Syncee dropshipping review. We want to see whether or not this platform is still worth it for your dropshipping needs. So second advantage is a high quality suppliers. And one thing I want to say here is that the first advantage is you have a large marketplace of products and suppliers. Second, you have diversity here. Okay, so the third, high quality suppliers. The third thing I want you to have is I want you to think about is product catalogs. This is kind of important, and because you have a large constellation of product catalogs. Number 4, you have order analytics. This is really, really good, and because here you are able to do a lot of things with Syncee's order analytics. For example, you are able to see the total quantity of orders done, the total revenue, and total profits. Now, this analytics could be improved though, but for now, it is what it is, and it's not a bad thing. It's there for you. It's a FYI. We just love it. It's just fantastic. Let me talk to you about other pros that we love with Syncee. We love, for instance, the order management. This is another wonderful opportunity. So Syncee has its dedicated section for managing orders and payments. So you can find it actually when you go to your dashboard, there is a section called orders. It's on the left sidebar. So you can see the orders page. So here you have two options for order processing and payments. You have auto order and you have non-auto order. You have good integrations with different e-commerce platforms. So Syncee actually integrates with Shopify, Wix, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Squarespace, Ecwid, Jumpseller. You have ShopRunner. You have KMO shops. You have Ecom. And so this is kind of fantastic. We also love the fact that with Syncee, you have the ability to manage multiple stores. Okay, so this is kind of cool because if you want to, let's say you have multiple dropshipping concerns, this is kind of cool in terms of helping you generate more revenue. And Syncee has a great customer support. That's just fantastic. What we love about Syncee is that they offer both live chat and email support that anyone can access even with a free plan. And so during our testing phase, we wanted to try their live chat, and Syncee states that you usually get a reply within a few minutes during their working hours. We get an answer within 1 to 2 minutes using the live chat. So this is really good. So it is really helpful to know that, Syncee is there for you, especially if you are a dropshipper who appreciates good customer support and think you might need help with things like integrations or order fulfillment. Okay. And Syncee also has an extensive help center that goes through all of the different features available and how they work. So this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say is that when we talk about, I want to go back to your ability to manage multiple stores. This is important because, you can either change your shop from the My Shops page, or when you log into Syncee, you can select your shop from the home page of the admin dashboard. So for example, if you have one store on the Shopify and 2 stores on the Ecwid, this feature is great for you because it is beneficial for agency owners too if they have to manage multiple stores at once. So it's all about flexibility, and actually Syncee does offer you this operational flexibility. So this is really, really cool. Let me now talk to you about the cons here. So when we talk about Syncee, obviously Syncee is not a perfect product, so they also have a few things they have to improve. And the first thing we don't like with Syncee is that the free plan is limited. So the free plan is only suitable for browsing the platform. For example, you can't sync products into your online store with the free plan. All of the integrations can be done with the free plan as well. But again, they are only suitable for browsing. And luckily, Syncee does have a free trial for their paid plans. So if you want to try out selling with them, you can start with their free trial. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Syncee. So this is a Syncee dropshipping review. So you have a clear idea what Syncee is all about. And so the first thing is the free plan is limited. Second disadvantage that we don't like is the fact that the return policy differs based on your supplier. So Syncee leaves refunds entirely at the supplier's responsibility. So some suppliers may offer great policies and others not so much. So this is something you have to take into account when choosing the supplier, because once you start getting orders coming in, there will be almost surely you'll have some refunds, that's for sure. So knowing the refund policy of your supplier is crucial. It can also affect your profit margins, right? Because if your customers are returning products, hey, listen, we're talking about customer loyalty, but also your revenue, right? So think about that. And remember that Syncee, and that's the third disadvantage here, Syncee, it's a middleman. So just like Spocket, Doba, or other players, Syncee connects suppliers with dropshippers and takes a portion of the sale. So because of this, your sales may not generate enough profit margin to cover your cost. So before starting to sell, I want you to do proper calculations on the possible profit margin and actually include all of the supplier cost into the calculations. So think about that. And especially when you start, you have to be really careful about the profit margins because nobody knows you, nobody knows your store. So you got to be really considerate about the cost that you have, because otherwise you'll be running a loss, right? You want to start little, but you also want to make sure that your profit margin is high enough to cover the cost, the dropshipping supplier cost, but also Syncee's own cost. This is really, really important if you want to survive in this environment. I want to talk to you about pricing here. And I want you to look on the screen here when we talk about Syncee pricing. You can see here that we have four types of product or four types of plans, right? We have the starter plan, the basic plan, the pro plan, and the business plan. Now, depending upon your strategy and also your experience level, as well as your target market, you will probably go for the basic plan or the pro plan. Now, if you are an established business and you are trying to really up your game to another level, then you might want to go for with the business plan. However, we do not actually recommend that you do that, because you still want to make sure that you want to start little and be comfortable with the platform before actually scaling. Okay, so Syncee has four plans, one free plan and three paid plans. Okay, and the price here is $29 to $99, and for all of the paid plans, they have a 14-day free trial that can be canceled anytime. And if you were to pay on an annual basis, you can save all the way to 29%. So you can have 29% off if you actually pay annually. Now, the free plan is mainly for only browsing the products. I think I just said that, because you can't really sync products into your online store with it. So if you want to explore the platform, you will have to you have access to all of over 6 million products with the free plan. This is kind of cool. And now, having said that, if you let's say you want to get access to the premium and VIP products, which are the most useful, you have to select the pro plan, which will cost you about $49 a month as of the date of this show. Or you might want to go with the business plan, which will cost you about $99 a month. Just remember that by the time you're watching this show, the prices might have changed. Okay, so but this were actually what we are having right now. And please, if you have the budget for it, go with the annual payment. You can save anywhere from 20% all the way to 25 to 29%. This is totally fine. And one thing I also want to say here is that it's one of those things you want to always pay attention to. You want to make sure that you need to vet your suppliers. Remember that Syncee already does the vetting for you, but that's just that curation. That curation happens initially, but you have to do an extra level of curation. The approach you need to really think about if you want to go with Syncee. And so how do you actually get started with Syncee? The thing is that integrating Syncee into your online store is really, really straightforward. You just have to go to syncee.com and you have to click start, because Syncee integrates with multiple different platforms, including Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, WooCommerce, and many more. You also have BigCommerce. And so this is really good. So the easiest way to do this is to head into your Shopify admin dashboard, or your Wix dashboard, or your Squarespace dashboard, or your WooCommerce dashboard. This is kind of cool. And so so what will happen here is that you will see, you just have to tap in Syncee depending on the platform and click on search in the Shopify app store, or search in the Wix app store, or search in the Squarespace app store, or whatever app store on the platform you are in. So once you see the Syncee app, just click on it. Okay, and you just follow the prompts to set it up. So once you set it up, you should be good to go. And you actually have to sign up to Syncee. So you have to put your email, you have to put your name, your user ID, and all those things. But this is kind of straightforward though. And Syncee will send you an email, and you have to confirm, and then you're in. And once you're in, you can search and add products to your online store. But remember that I told you can't do this on the free plan. You have to be on the pro plan or on the business plan. And so this is kind of cool. So once you actually integrate your Syncee pretty well, you should have direct access to the platform. You can view, like your first view will be Syncee's admin dashboard. And this is kind of cool. But what you want to do once you are in Syncee, you want to go straight to the marketplace. And what will happen here is that you are able to add product to your catalog, your catalog, and the product will appear on your My Catalogs page. This is kind of cool. So by clicking on Sync, you can actually go through the process of adding the products to your Shopify store, or to your Wix store, or to your BigCommerce store, or to your WooCommerce store, whatever store you have. So this is really, really easy to do and pretty straightforward too. Now, one thing you have to pay attention to though, sometimes there are some products that you try to sync to your e-commerce store, and the syncing doesn't work. And so a lot of users have said this in the past, and this is something that Syncee has acknowledged, and they're working on it. But I just want you to be aware of it. So when you try it doesn't work, don't panic. Let's talk about the rivals here. So Syncee is not the only player in this industry, and in today's conversation, I want to review quickly some of the substitutes. So if for any reason you try with Syncee and it doesn't work for you, you have other players to actually try the industry. So you have Spockets, you have Modellist, for example, you have CJ Dropshipping, and so those are really great ones. I mean, obviously this list is not exhaustive, and one thing I want to say here is that if you go with Spocket, for example, Spocket is an e-commerce product fulfillment platform that offers the products from suppliers in Europe and the US. And it's great if you are looking for fast shipping times and high quality products. And so one standout feature of Spocket is that they have a section of trending products where you can find items that are already popular among other dropshippers. And Syncee has it, but it has much fewer products in there. So this is a really important to see. And you also have Modellist. So Modellist is an all-in-one dropshipping product fulfillment platform that offers millions of products from suppliers across the globe. And if you are a fan of Wix, Modellist is a great option because they actually acquired it. So Modellist has an easy integration with Wix, as well as with other platforms like Shopify and BigCommerce if you prefer those. This is really good. And the third one, you have CJ Dropshipping. We'll love this one as well. So CJ Dropshipping. So this is kind of cool if you are looking for suppliers that ship from China and still have fast shipping and high quality products. Okay. And so out of any, so it's important to understand that CJ Dropshipping has the largest selection of products. And so they are also praised for their great customer support, so that if that's a priority for you, CJ Dropshipping is an ideal option. And one cool feature of CJ Dropshipping is that the product that you want is if the product you want is unavailable in their catalog, you can still out a source request, and the product might be added to the catalog. So this is kind of cool. And on top of that, CJ Dropshipping is also free. It's free. It's free to use, and has easy integration with the most popular e-commerce platform, which is quite impressive in our view. So here you have it. You have the three players the three top players that Syncee might like you might have to compare and contrast those three players to see which one is better. But Syncee is also great, but they have some weaknesses you have to think about. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I want to do a quick recap here. So today I gave you an in-depth review of Syncee. So I give you the overview, the pros, the cons, the pricing, the approach, and then I spoke about the rivals. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.